Good afternoon, but Oracle 1111 here. It's like the wind picked up as soon as I press. Come on. It's a Sunday. Like this is the beginning of the week. Look like it's gonna start off good. I'm like everybody's in the park. It was so quiet out here. So many people are out now. How is everybody doing? I hope they're having a blessed day. We will be talking about phony family members. Try to act like they like you and they know they damn well don't like you. They sit up there and smile in your face, but the energy is always off and you're wondering why. Welcome. Hello everybody, how are we doing today? 1111. Oracle here. Wait for everybody to come in. Heard of family members that claim they love you, but they haters undercover, envy, jealousy, disgustingness. How we doing today? It's nice and sunny out. Getting the sun over by the tree. In the park, grounding, feeling Mother Nature. Feeling the air, loving the earth, loving today. How we doing today, y'all? Ever had a family member that you just felt so eerie about? Like you're getting the haterade signs and you don't understand why? It could be the mother, it could be the father, it could be auntie, uncles, siblings. Wondering why they hate me so much. What's the problem? My thing is, if you don't have haters, you never made it. Haters make you more stronger. I don't know. There was a time that everybody got along in the family that felt like there was love. Except for the mother dearest, there was never no love there. As much as I tried to fight for it, it made no sense. Hello, how are you? Hello. It made no sense. At the time, I was thinking, shoot, my mother was a devil herself, because there's no way. Go to church every Sunday and you want to act so dark entities. And I learned in the years to just love them from afar. I had a mother that there was never no love. There was always jealousy. There was always hatred. There was never nothing nice to say, and it was just, why? I don't understand. I always thought that when I had my kids, I couldn't be jealous of my kids. If anything, I want my kids to be better than me, excel, exceed, get somewhere, I would never want to have no hatred for my kids. But what I learned is everybody's not like you. Like they say, they're not like us. I could never hate on something that I gave birth to. I can only wish them well and want them to do better than me, not struggle how I struggled. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. But I grew up in a family that, they act like they liked you and they didn't. They sit up there, smile with you while they with you, and when they're not with you, they talk about you like a dog. And I used to know, because I've had other family members come and tell me what my mother was doing, what my father was saying. I had a feeling, but I didn't know until I got pregnant with my daughter at 19. And people were talking about me. And it was nothing nice. They were trying to say that I didn't know who my baby daddy was, and I was promiscuous, and I was all over the place. And I'm like, if you my family member, why are you sitting here telling lies? And they come to the house to see me and be so happy and act like, oh my gosh, and they full of shit. And it's like, how could people just be so demonized, And these are the same people that find themselves in the Sunday, going to mass, going to church. That's what made me look at them like in a different way, a different point of view, like what is going on? And it's so sad because, you look at these people like, they teach you blood is thicker than water. But I've learned the long way, like, not really. Not really. Not really. I mean, my mother had Angry Bird. She was just all disgusting, dark entity. And the jealousy was just crazy. I was just like, why? What is the jealousy about? And then the jealousy is jealous, but you want to be like me, you want to act like me, you want to look like me, but you jealous of me. I don't understand. What is that? My thing is, it's like these people have entities on them and they have no idea what are they doing. But then again, they do know what they're doing because they do it deliberately and they get other people involved. Till recently, there was a smear campaign to tell everybody that I was crazy. They did all of this so that it could get some inheritance, so they could get money off of me, just to get the judges to sign off on papers and stuff. And it's like, for the love of money, what people will do for greed, what people do for fame, for what people do for clout, is it really worth it? What's the point? And there's a lot of people out here, people adopting kids, people are doing stuff just illegal to make money. And it's like, you could be hurting people and people don't really care. And it's like, why? Why would you do something like that? And like I said, people think, before they die, they're gonna do a lot of, charities and give back and do all of this. God is gonna look at every nick and cranny. He's pulling the rugs up. He's checking everything. Everything is being seen. You can't hide nothing. You can't. He's going to look at everything. He's going to look at it. And he's going to show you what you've been doing wrong. It's going to be like that damn Scrooge movie when the angel of death came and showing him everything that he had did. He came back and he want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Everybody didn't have to work on Christmas. And everybody had to, they show you everything in the movies. And majority of the times, everything is true. Everything is true. I've had family members, I don't know. They just try to act like you, criticize. There was never a day that my mother was like, I'm so proud of you or anything. And through the years, I just ignored it all. People was like, well, it affected you. I think it made me stronger. You know, every now and then I was looking for that love that I couldn't get. And that's what probably messed me up in my relationships, because I was so nice to everybody and trying to, you know, get the benefit of doubt, because I've been through so much in childhood. And it's like when I got into the real world, my mother was my number one bully. So when I got into the real world and it was still bullies, I said, oh, I guess this is how the world is, fucked up. Everybody just bullies each other, not knowing that in the real world, it's not like that. But because I had it at home, it just felt normal to me. So I just dealt with it in my kind of way. And, you know, people started saying, oh, you living in a fairy tale world and you this. I say, I hope so. Because my world is much better than the fuck what this is. Nobody's there for you. Everybody looking down on you. Everybody want to be one up on you. You know, always have something negative to say. And it was just like, what is this? And as I got older, I just realized I'm going to make me happy for me. I don't need nobody to tell me that they love me. I don't need nobody to like what I like. I'm being my own genuine self. I have my own style, my own look, my own everything. Then I started seeing people trying to copy me, and I was just like, why y'all copying me? Then they said that I was a trendsetter. I said, okay, trendsetter it is. But I just love myself. Through the years, through me growing up, through the years of being bullied, not being wanted, people looking down on me, I've learned to go in and just love myself and be there for myself, not caring what other people say. And, you know, people never talk about family members, the lies, the stories, the secrets. Everybody try to make it look all nice and peaches and cream, and not every household's nice and peaches and cream. But you make it what it is. You know, years I couldn't stand my mother. Years I was just like, ugh. Then you finally grow up and be like, yo, I know I'm not gonna be like that. I know I ain't gonna handle stuff that way. And you end up forgiving. To me, that's the best thing you could do is forgive. Forgive. Forgiveness is number one. And forgiveness is not, you know, people think you forgive and they just come back and bullshit in your face and laugh and carry on. No, forgiveness is for yourself to move on. That's a levy for you to be like, yeah, I'm moving on and I'm not, you know, holding any animosity or nothing. And that's the best route to go. Because when you sit there and you leave it on you and you don't let it go, shit just get crazy. This is how you deteriorate your wealth, it can get into your wealth, everything. Because it's negative energy. Your health, everything starts acting up and you wondering why. And I see people get so angry, so upset, mad. It be years, 2 weeks, a day. And I'm just like, yo, address the situation, yo. Or at least say your piece so that you can sleep at night. A lot of people have heart failure, have strokes, and not realizing they're the ones that's doing everything because they taking everything in and they're not releasing it. And this is why you need to go to the park. You need to relax. People walk bare feet on the ground and ground with the universe, with the earth. It's like you're releasing all the negative energy that's been put in you. Take salt baths. You know? You gotta neutralize stuff. People don't realize how crazy energy can really fuck with you. And the more and more you hold on to stuff, the more and more you become that dark entity. Then you're wondering, why is all this dark stuff around me? You're bringing it to you because you're holding it. I just want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for joining me. Please like, please share, please invite others in. I'm talking about the family members that act like they like you and they don't give two damns about you. I think the worst scenario I had was I just had my daughter, and I never had no babysitters or any family members help me raise my kids. And I wasn't mad about it. But then I had to go do childcare, and the childcare was a lot, especially when they're not potty trained. They cost so much. So I ended up going on welfare for a little bit because the welfare paid as I went to college, and they paid for childcare. And my mother called up the people and said I was doing fraud. And I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it. I just went up there because I'm thinking, it's just normal. And the lady was like, I'm not supposed to tell you who called it in, but your mother called it in. And she was just looking like shocked. She's like, your mother called it in. And she's like, we checked your paperwork like 3 or 4 times and everything is cool. You do your work study, you're in school full time, and you're working. And they was just like, why would your mother call it in? I'm just like, yo. They just shocked. And my thing is, I was upset, but the only reason why I was upset was, suppose if I was doing fraud and they took my daughter away, she would have never went to go get my daughter. What was the point of all of that? Like, what was the point? Her thing is, oh, you on welfare, you ain't supposed to be working. And I was looking at her like, yes, the hell, you have to work because they're not giving you benefits. Back then, you had to be working in the park, or you had to do work, or you had to go to school full time. I was doing all of it to get the benefits. And the lady's like, yo, we checked over your stuff like 3 or 4 times and everything's okay. And it's like, your mother called it in. And I was just like, yo, that shit was ridiculous. From that day on, I knew she just gave birth to me. And that was about it. I couldn't do much. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. I was just like, damn. And I did ask the question. Of course she denied 100%. She denied it. But my thing is, God knows everything. He sees everything. You pray about it, you give it up to the divine. He ain't gonna let you, he ain't gonna let it affect you. It's gonna come back to them. They be thinking they forgot. Oh yeah. It's gonna be shown to her. She's gonna see it. She gonna see it. My thing is, you can't do wrong to people. It's gonna come back to you. People trying to think because they got away with it or they've been doing it for years. Like these bad energies that's been in the world, they've been doing it for eons, forever, and they've been getting away for it forever. To the point they think they gods. It's not happening. It's gonna always come back and it's always gonna haunt you. Karma is crazy. Karma's like the IRS. Ever owe the IRS money, you thinking you good? It's been 20, 40 years and they come back talking about, remember 1948? What? That's how karma is. Karma come and get you when you least expected. When you on your down, karma gonna come back and kick you in the ass even more. And you'll be wondering, what the fuck? What is this? What is this? That's how karma come. Karma don't forget. That's why I say put out good seeds. Sow good seeds, y'all. So that when karma come, you got good seeds in the spiritual and the physical realm. That you ain't got to worry about shit. It don't take but so hard. It's not even hard to give love. It's not hard to turn the other cheek. It's not hard to just leave the shit alone. Hurt people hurt people. You don't want to be one of them people. You don't. You want to love unconditionally. That's what the divine put us here for. The highest vibration is love. Frequency is crazy. We've gone to wars. We've seen so much disruption everywhere, and wondering why. Everything that we've been seeing was been purposely for us to react. what you think of, how you feel, all of that plays a factor in how this world is going to be. So when you're angry, upset, people with road rage, it's just crazy. Get upset for no reason. Somebody skipped the line, you get upset. Why are we doing that? Why? Leave it alone. It is not that serious. You know, people try so hard to hurt people. Hurt people for what? I had this ex-best friend of mine want to steal my ex-man and think I'm going to be sitting up there crying and I'm going to come after him. Y'all have a good time. Y'all have a good, hearty to a time. Yo, I don't care. That shit is not going to bother me. Y'all both was headaches. I said, that's karma coming to get y'all, because now y'all don't know what y'all done got yourselves into. I know my ex is looking like, who is this bitch? Because she is crazy. And that's what you get. I thought y'all was plotting against something and doing something. Oh, my. Y'all can have each other. Nobody wants y'all. And I think that's what made them more mad, because I wasn't giving the time of day. I wasn't even thinking about it. I wasn't putting no energy into it. I think I was going to shed a tear and cry and lose my mind, and nobody got time for that shit. There's other stuff in this world to really think about. There's people starving in this world. There's homeless people in this world. People going through really domestic violence. People dying. People getting murdered. You know, you always think that your story is like the most craziest story ever. Till you hear somebody else's shit and you're like, let me shut the fuck up. I am happy every day that I'm alive. I thank God. These people tried to blood sacrifice me. They did a smear campaign all over. They got ex-friends, they got clients, they got everybody come after my ass. And the ill shit about it is everybody believed it. Ain't nobody come and ask like, yo, you know, who's saying some fucked up shit about you and this is going on. No. Everybody joined the bandwagon. They was having a luxurious time. Every day. You know, I'm so blessed that every day I was a topic in somebody's house, in somebody's place somewhere. Somebody was talking about me. How I was promiscuous, how I was crazy. And it was all lies. And they got everybody on the bandwagon. They got everybody to agree. And it kept going non-stop. And it was just crazy. I just couldn't believe that everybody believed it. Everybody believed the shit. I just couldn't believe that. Not one person come and say, yo, fuck is going on? I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. Nobody. Everybody smiling, just laughing. And now they're stalking the shit out of everything I do to see what's going on. Why do I look so good? Why am I shining? Are they going to tell the story? Are they going to tell what they're doing? What is going on? The story been told. I'm alive. I never died with none of the spells, none of the sorcery, none of the witchcraft. They sent shit for me to commit suicide. All that shit. They sent shit for me to be depressed. Try to put me in solitary confinement. Try to take everything, my business, my money, my friends, my family. Turn my kids against me. had the business tumble over, stole my ideas, made money off of it, stole identity, tried to run up the credits and did everything. And they thought I was gonna drop. They was just waiting. Then they poisoned me. It's a whole lot. And then they looking at me, waiting for me to react. No reaction. Why? I don't want it. I don't want to put myself in that category. I don't want to be the one to be the angry bird and lash out over stupidness. I'm bigger than that. And you should never let nobody take your shine from you. That's your power. To me, silent treatment is the power. Because they don't know what the fuck you thinking. They don't know what your next move is. They don't know shit. They sitting there, has anybody heard anything? Is she saying anything? Is she reacting? Fuck no. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I am who I am. Nobody made me but myself. I never had help from nobody. Never asked for shit from nobody. Never cared what the fuck was going on. Don't care. I don't even have to search for anything. Everything just comes. I see everything. I don't have to look far. I don't have to gossip. I don't have to find out, do you know what such and such? I already know everything. They are worried to find out if I know anything, what I know, how I know. Doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. And the truth is coming out. All ends. Y'all can try to fight it. Y'all can try to say, yo, it wasn't. It is. The truth is here. And it's not going nowhere. You know, my life has been pleasant. I have been doing everything I wanted to do. It's been pleasant. I just never knew so many people, so many haters didn't like me because I was so independent. I'm a hard worker. I get everything I want. I do what I want when I want to do it. I don't complain. Shit get harder. I just work harder. Get what I want, make my goals, and I'm doing it. That's what I do. You know, if anything, these motherfuckers should have learned some shit. They should have learned. No, they more angry. Still doing death spells, still doing shit on me. Trying to see if I'm gonna drop. It's not gonna happen. Still here, shining bright like a diamond. Ain't going nowhere. Love what I do. You know, life is amazing. It's what you make it. You want to sit there every day and complain and be broke, think broke, smell broke, then you're going to be that. But if you wake up every day saying you're going to do this and you're going to do that and you're going to do this and this is how it's going to be done. You think it, you know it, you breathe it, you shit it, you eat it. Every time, it will get done. When you believe in yourself, you believe in everything that you want to do, it's already done. And you're not putting a time on it. You just know it's coming. It took me 30 years to get my salon. I said I'm going to get my salon. And I think I put a timer on it. That's how come I had to wait. Because I know I was speaking to my mother, and I said, I don't care if it takes me 30 years. I'm going to have my salon. In exactly 30 years, I had my salon. My mother told me I would never be nothing. My kids would never be nothing. Whoever I'm with would never be nothing. And I rebuked it from the day she said it. And she always said it. And the last thing I was saying, I don't care if I take my salon 30 years, I'm gonna have my salon. 30 years, I have my salon. With no help, no hand-me-downs, nobody to give me any help. But they turn around and they were hating. Turn around and covering after me. A coat. And not just one, it was several of them. With the fucking elite celebrities. I'm like, well, damn. I must be a high commodity. Shit turned into the Hunger Games. Had a bounty on my head. People paying for money. People put their life savings on me. And now they all going broke, wondering what happened. What kind of magic did I do? Divine magic. I just surrendered all to the divine. That's what it is. But you know, when you're dealing with people that don't believe in God, what can you expect? I love my life. It's stress-free. I love that I'm a topic in everybody's mouth. I love that everything that they talking about, because they all fucked up. Every one of them. Have no idea which way is up, which way is down. What the fuck are they gonna do? How they gonna hide the evidence? How much does she know? I know every fucking thing. Everything. And at this point, it doesn't matter what I know. God knows everything. And that's who y'all need to be scared of. That's who y'all motherfuckers need to be scared of, God. Because that wrath is coming down. It's gonna come down, baby. It's already coming down. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna pray. And he ain't gonna listen to none of it. You know, God gives you chances. That's number one. You do something bad, he lets you try to fix it. He gave all these people time to come and apologize, make it right. Not one person came to apologize and said what happened, what they did, or what happened. And the funny thing is, they did show up. But they showed up to see, was I looking like The Walking Dead? Did I lose the weight? Did the beauty spells work? Is she gonna drop dead? Yeah, that's what they call. That's what they came to see. And if they didn't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing either. Well, what do you want me to say? I know what you did for you to deny the shit. You want to play dumb? I'll play dumb too. See how long we can play that game. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about this world we live in. This world that's about to change. We no longer have these dark entities ruining what's going on. You know, they have been doing so much to cover up everything and make it gray, to the point they was trying to cover the sun. Trying to cover the sun so we wouldn't get our sunlight. Crazy. That's why I say y'all need to come outside and get some sunlight. You need to come outside and enjoy what Mother Nature have to offer. Enjoy everything. You know, this is our world. Unique as it is, Mother Nature is amazing. We've been so much working and thinking about debt and worrying and stressing about things that don't need to be stressed about. They had us in the loop, worrying and in fear, not loving ourselves, worshiping celebrities, priests, popes, worshiping all the wrong stuff. Now, we need to worship ourselves. That's what we need to worship ourselves. Let's go. I'm like, have you ever realized that you're not paying attention to what is really going on in this world? That you're not happy. You know, a lot of people don't realize they're just going with the flow, going with the flow, going with the flow. And I think the only time you realize it is like when you get sick and you need help and ain't nobody helping you. Everybody else, when they was sick, you was making the soup, the coffee, the tea, bringing the food, buying stuff, making sure they good. But when something happens to you, people just be looking like, you all right, you got it. Like with me, I was just like on top of the world. Doesn't matter if I was asleep, sick, I was still working all the time. To the point I was in the salon like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm telling the kids like, yo, y'all not even checking up. We know where you at, you working.
Have you seen Bruce Lee yet? Black Boy, you back, Bruce Lee.
Okay. But then most of the time they was
I thought that Black Boy was supposed to.
But most of the time it's most of the time.
Well, I own South North Carolina, so that's all I can say. Fuck it, right? I own it, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, all we see is we can help. And when you need the help, ain't nobody there. And you wonder why. Why is it that you've done so much for so many people and ain't nobody doing nothing for you? You've done so much for so much and nobody doing nothing for you, but you're realizing that at the end of the day, you're all right. You're all right. Just keep being who you are. Keep supporting who you are. And it's going to pay off in the long run. You know, for years I was helping. And it's like you do stuff and you don't want nothing back. You don't ever do it to get it back. You just do it at the kindness of your heart and da-da-da-da-da. But my thing is, you know, when you had the girlfriends calling you and the husband's acting up, the boyfriend's acting up, and you was always the one to sit there and hear everything. You was always the one to be there. And then when something happened to you, oh, you gonna be all right, you good. I'm like, no, I'm not good. This is why I called you. I need somebody to talk to. This is really irking me. And they just patting the back like, you good. I got stuff to do. I don't have time. And it's like, dang. And it's like, nobody's out here to help my ass. What the hell? Then it's a point when you change your mind and you're not helping them, or you're like, yo, I can't do that. They want to act like you changed. They want to act like something is wrong with you. No. You didn't change. You grew up. You see what the game is about. People that act like they there for you, they really wasn't. They're just watching you from a distance and just like, yo, get everything that they could get. And this is what I'm talking about, the ex-lovers, ex-boyfriends, friends, family, sit around. And then when you finally put your foot down and say you're not doing it no more, they getting upset. You changed. Why you changed? Anybody ever felt like that? Anybody ever felt the feeling of what I've been feeling? It's just craziness out there. But my thing is, put your boundaries up. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let it go so far that it starts affecting you. And you're realizing at the end, and sometimes it's not everybody, but majority, cut them off. Do boundaries. Don't be the one that they taking advantage of you or taking up your energy, your time, your space. Give it to somebody that really needs it. Somebody that really cares. Somebody that's really, really want to give you that true love, that really want to be there for you, that really care about you. There is somebody for everybody out there. Like I said, they said that the devils come first, the fake ones come first to act like they this and that and this. Then when you finally put your foot down and close that door, they be the ones running, trying to come back to you. And you say no, and they looking at you like, but you always say yeah. And I'm saying no now. What's the problem? Can't take no for an answer. Ridiculous. Have you ever been in situations that everything is just crazy? Life. Just love it. So let's talk about what's going on in the world today. How are y'all doing? Have y'all seen all this stuff about P. Diddy and what's going on with him? You know, people want to sit there and say that he was horrible, he was this, he was that. But I feel like he is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not really him. I mean, it is him, but it's more out there than what there is. People don't really know that it's more to it than just him. The big dogs, ain't nobody talking about them. And that's who they need to be going after, the big dogs. You know, Diddy been doing this for a long time. He started off interning. Somebody had to do it to him for him to continue to do this shit. Because it done went too far. And he got away with it because everybody was covering for him. Everybody was covering for him, and ain't no different from Kells. People on payroll getting paid to look the other way. And that's what everybody did. The only thing with Diddy is that he made everybody sign NDAs and gag orders that a lot of people, they not talking. They scared. But this is what I mean when the truth serum must have come out right now. People are gonna start getting in trouble for all the stupidness they've been doing. They're talking about all these tunnels and stuff going on. These tunnels been around. Stuff been going on. It's just now everybody wants to talk about it. Stuff been all time been going on. It's just the celebrities and it's gossip time. Everybody loves talking about it because of celebrities. But ain't nobody talking about the local people. People that has been perished. People that are dispensable. You know, they go for the celebrities, but they also come in these local hoods to do stuff. They've been hunting down these chosen ones for a long time, from in the hospitals. For a long time. And it's so sad. So sad. People try to cover up all that's been going on. All. You know, I'm looking in the industry, I'm like, shit. If Diddy did all these people in the industry, ain't nobody straight no more. What's going on? Everybody was undercover. You know, they give you a record deal to sign. You got to make up your mind what you want to do. And you know who did what. Because their music didn't go far. The more and more they went further, the more and more. That's why the records are top. Number one. My thing is, it's just sad that our world was around all this stuff with these dark entities. But everything is finally caught up to them, getting caught up. They swarming, they running, they scared. They don't know which way is up, they don't know which way is down. Everything is coming down. Every money that they made, everything that they made is no more. Is no more. Their empires are just coming down. And I mean coming down all the way. Empires are coming down. They are no longer on top. They're going to be sitting at the bottom of the bus wondering what happened. They've been on top for so long, y'all. They ain't never thought they was going to be touchable. They thought they were untouchable. And they dropping like flies. They getting sick. Or their assets are falling. Everything is just crazy. And they wondering why. Why is this happening? Why? You know, the divine, he gave them multiple times to step down and stop. But like I said, when these people don't believe in God, that's what happens. And now that God is talking, they realizing that they've been on the wrong side. And he then gave y'all so much times to repent, so many times to make it right. Now it's too late. All the demons, everything they were summoning to come mess up this earth, mess up this world, it's gonna come after them now. And it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's just like, the only reason why I could laugh is because shit, I had demons come after me, I had everything come after me. To the point the demons, they salute my fucking ass. They like, yeah. Demons is looking like, shit, we honor your ass. You ain't scared. You ain't even flinching. Like, get the fuck out of here. And they want to know, how come none of this stuff worked? I am in the light, chosen one. I ain't scared of nothing. Everything that I do is for the light. You know, people try to sit there and they try to act like there is no God. There is a God, and He is powerful. Like I keep saying, everybody has gifts. Everybody has powers. People want to get scared of magic and all of this. There's a good magic and there's bad magic. You pick and choose which side you want to be on. And just because you was doing black magic all this time and nothing was happening, thought you was getting away with it. That shit is exploding now. It's coming back at you. And you're wondering why. You're wondering where did it go wrong? Why did it go wrong? How come it's not working no more? Everything has changed. It's not the same. Planets have lined up. God has spoken. People still waiting for the end of times. The end of times already happened. People was looking for World War III in the physical. It was all mental. It was all in the mind. Mind control. And people don't realize what happened because it was in the mind. A lot of people were asleep. A lot of people are still sleeping. And it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. You know, with the COVID, everybody should have woke up. And a lot of people didn't wake up. Which is so sad, because I'm like, yo, when the heck are y'all going to wake up? When are y'all going to wake up? These entities, they had a hold on the whole world. And it's so sad. But we are finally in the front of the line, y'all. We are finally making it. We're finally going to get to where we got to get to. They're looking at me like, how come I am the glitch of the Matrix? It's because of what I went through. Shit has been going on, y'all. People don't understand how serious this was. How do we move on? How do we go forward? The highest frequency on this world is love. And it starts from all of us going within. It's not even about being scared. None of that. Love is the only thing the divine really cared about. The frequency. You know, all this hatred, all this going by the ego, all the material stuff, it was all part of the doctrine, part of the matrix. Have us bamboozled, thinking that this is what life is. And the more and more we put our energy in it, the more and more they siphoned it from every aspect. TV, from the concerts we go to, from every single thing that was here, designed here, was to siphon our energy. The elite was having fun with our energy. Living lavish lifestyles without energy. And it was crazy. And now that the ball has stopped turning, they have no leeway no more. They cannot control us no more. They've lost all their powers. It's like they're disintegrating. This is why they were making their bunkers. They was making their bunkers to be gone, to go, because they knew something was coming. We just didn't know what was coming. This is why they're trying to go to Mars to live. And it all backfired. It's all backfired. I just want to see how they're going to try to get out of this one. They're talking about they might have clones to act like who they are, and I'm just like, yeah. It's going to show its face. The divine is replacing everything that's been corrupted, fixing everything back to what it's supposed to be. So right now, in the world, everything looks like it's chaos, but it's called divine intervention, fixing up everything. Put it back to what it's supposed to be. You know, for years I've been looking at everything that's been fucked up, and nobody's been talking about it. Never knew that I would be one of the ones to be the statistic talking about the shit. That I would be one of the ones that it happened to. When you have a whole community after you're behind, that's a lot. You have nobody to sit there. It's like being in a horror story and there's no house that you can run to because everybody has a hit on your head. Craziness. Thought it was crazy too, but I survived it, I lived it, and I'm moving on. That's why I say all of y'all out there need to tell your stories and tell what's going on, what's been happening. Wake everybody else up. We all need to wake up. We all need to be in the now. Forget about what coulda, shoulda, woulda. Forget about what coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see more people are coming in. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Let's stop talking about me now. Let's talk about what we usually be talking about. I don't see no likes. What's going on with my likes? Are people following me? Are y'all following or y'all just listening? Thank you for joining. Y'all give me some likes, please. Invite people. Enjoy. Join. Let's talk about the man world. I don't know if y'all can all resonate with this. But you ever try going to a car lot to buy a car and the price be different from when if you send your boyfriend in to go get the car? Why? Why is that? Why is that this world is so sexist? Why is it that even like, I don't know, back in the days when I went to go buy a bike for the kids or myself, and I'm talking about like a regular, bike to ride. Bikes was all one price. We didn't have bikes cost more for the females or bikes cost less for the males. Now I see that everything is sexist. Like a bike for a man costs more than a bike for a woman, which is so crazy. Cars, if you walk into the mechanic, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg, and you don't know nothing about no cars, and you're wondering why. And they always be like, send your boyfriend to go get the car stuff done because they gonna get over on you. Why? Why does it have to be that way? Why? Or ever go get your car done at these mechanics and something else breaks down in 2 weeks? You never know why. The funniest thing for me is people that go get braces done and they be having their braces on for like 8 years. And I'm like, your teeth was done like a year ago. And it like, no, but I said, he's just muting your medical insurance. That's about it. Everything is about money in this world. And all of that's gonna change. All of it. People just getting over on people on purpose just to get their money, which is so bullshit. It's starting to get breezy out here. It's starting to get breezy. Look at the world as it is now. I said, I wish I could go back into time and I would have took pictures of everything and how everything was. Because, my kids, they never believed me. They was just like, nah, you just reminiscing. And I'm like, no. Mr. Softy pulled up and my comb was almost $8. For a single comb and some sprinkles, and he talking about I take Cash App. I was looking at him like, what the fuck? What? And I was talking to him and I was like, why is the ice cream cone so high? He said, well, all of us are independent contractors, so we can charge anything that we want. I said, but that's kind of out of, that's just too much. It was a double cone I got. It was like almost $8 with sprinkles. And I could remember when a double cone was $1 with sprinkles back in the days. And he was like, oh, you telling your age. I'm like, no, I'm telling that this shit is not real, that this is not supposed to be. Mr. Softy is not supposed to cost that much money. You go into the grocery and a carton of eggs is $7. It's like, what the fuck? I remember when it was $1 something. Then you open the carton and the eggs are so small. You need to like make 4 eggs to have a sandwich out. Carton is like almost done. Like what the hell? My thing is, we need to say something. Y'all not saying much. If we all stand up and be like, we ain't doing this shit, we not doing you know what will go on? And this is why they was putting us in the fear of not doing nothing, because they know we all get together. They can't keep up the stupidness that they've been doing. So what they did is they tried to put us against each other and try to scare us, scare tactics. And it's been working for years. Because we have not questioned, we question amongst ourselves, but we don't sit there and really like, what are we doing? Groceries are so high. COVID is wet and gone, and everything is so high. Like, why? Why? It should not be. It shouldn't be. But 2025 is the new year. It's the beginning, and everything is going to be different. And everything is going to be much better, much into the light. No longer are we going to have this over our heads. We're finally going to have Congress on our side. No more of this stupidness that they embezzling money for everything for their needs. We're going to finally have for humanity. Because it never was for humanity. It was just for them reaping the benefits of everything. So now everything is going to turn back to what it's supposed to be. The light. As we wake up everybody else, and everybody wakes up everybody else, we're going to reunite. And everything is going to be together. Because it's just been too much. Too much confusion, too much drama, too much crap. It's going to have to start with the TV. I want them to go back to the shows that we had. I like the Cosby Show. I like Different World. I like the entertainment shows. I'm sick and tired of Tyler Perry. I don't know if y'all not sick and tired. I'm tired. I don't want to see his shows no more. Give somebody else a chance. He got the same old script for everything, and it's just like, nah. Give some other people some leeway. Let some other people do talent. We got so many talented out here. Tired of seeing the same old actor, same old singer, same old rapper, same old music, same old... No. And the music, they remixing all our old stuff to make the music. Like, what's going on? What is going on? We need new everything. Everything needs to be upgraded immediately. I remember there was a time that I used to love. I had my lineup to watch TV. I had my lineup for everything. I don't watch TV no more. And it's been like a couple of years I haven't watched TV. It's been a long time. It's been since like 9/11. It's been a long time since I watched TV because it's nothing really to watch. Everything is like negative, or it's corny, or what they started doing is the series, it just don't come back. They don't even give you an ending. It just stop, and then you got to go on Hulu, or you got to go on one of these other places to watch it, and you got to subscribe. And it's like, why I got to subscribe for everything? I bought an Amazon Fire Stick TV, which was the worst thing I could ever do. You turn on the TV and they like, well, do you want to rent it or do you want to buy the episode? It's like, what? What happened to the damn antenna that just take everything and we just call it a day? What happened to that? I'm upset with that one. I am. I'm upset with that. I'm like, what? I never liked when we had to do the converter boxes and everything had to be changed. I'm like, I like the way it was before. Either you had regular TV or you had cable. There wasn't no mandatory that you had to have a converter box. You had to have cable. We had the Rick cable. And then when I told the kids didn't believe that. They was like, what do you mean? I said, no, there was a time that you could just have the antenna and turn on the TV and the TV have channels. If you wanted to, you could do the cable, but if you didn't, you just stay with your normal channels. And the normal channels still had a lineup. You was okay. It wasn't like you, please. You still want to see something, you went over your friend's house or something, but majority of the time, nobody really had cable like that. We were on our normal, because we were still young anyway, so we wasn't looking at all that. They're like, I don't get it. It ain't no different from the encyclopedias that we had. We had the encyclopedias, and we didn't have Google. We had the library with the reference books that you couldn't take out, that you had to photocopy half of it to do your reports. My daughter's like, oh, I could never live in something. I'm like, we know. But that's how I grew up. And I like going to the library. I like taking out books. I like going to Barnes and Nobles, really, to buy books. Library, it started getting full. I ain't like it after that. But at Barnes and Nobles, I did like in Manhattan. Because they had the Starbucks, they had everything in there. And I was staying there for hours. You could read books in there, you could read magazines. I miss my magazines too. Nowadays, we ain't got none of that. Everything's on that Kindle, and I don't like Kindles. I feel like I like my pages. I want to fill pages. I like hardcover books. They say I'm old school. Oh, well. I am. Certain books I still order to get the hardcovers. But everything has changed. All the good stores are gone. Lord & Taylor. When Lord & Taylor left, I was like, wow. They said it's still online, but it's not the same. It's not the same. All the stores left. Sears was the last. I was like, damn, Sears is really going? Sears. Nowadays, the mall's not even what it used to be. You go in there, you come right back out. There's nothing really on the shelves. That's appealing. It's not the same. Everything's online. It's computerized. That's the new world. And this is why I'm saying, this is the world for the kids. We gonna be the old ancestors now. We're gonna be the ones they looking like, you owe. But I'm like, you learn from us though. And we learn from them. If we're not connected to them, how are we supposed to know how to live in this world? Craziness. It's starting to get cold out here. Shut this live down, y'all. I didn't think it was gonna be cold like this out here. Alright, y'all. I'm about to shut this down. It's getting too cold out here. See y'all tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I need y'all to stay positive, stay warm, stay in a high vibrational vibe. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a blessed day.